Hello. Today I'll be discussing this article which is in the BBC of all places. You know, BBC is really um a paper that should be researched like anything. The bias of BBC towards India is just astronomical. Okay, I just go through this article. What BBC is saying that is that the underpaid and unprotected women leading the COVID-19 war in India. They're giving the example of Maharashtra, okay, the state that I come from, and they're seeing that the value of our life is just 30 rupees, less than $1. This is also something that I really dislike. Every time a salary is, or like a monetary thing is being compared to the dollars, okay. Do you know what is the cost of a coffee in America at Starbucks? Around $3 to $4. How much is the cost of a tea or a coffee in a local stall, or say just go to any some small place in India, and how much is the cost of it? 5 rupees, 10 rupees, 15 rupees, right? So you cannot compare apples to oranges, okay. The cost of living in India is very less. So you just cannot compare the salary that you get in India and the salary that you get in America, or in US, or in Canada, okay. That's just not how it goes. And so what they are saying is that there are 70,000 ashas. So ashas are like these female women who go door to door, educating people about maternal and child health, contraception, immunization, and sanitation, as well as enrolling them in health programs and monitoring the results. To be honest, Britain is in such a shamble situation at this point that do you know, like, Britain had they wanted to implement the herd immunity policy, okay. So when this outbreak started, the Prime Minister of Britain just said that let us just have 60 to 70% of a population just get infected by it, and so we will develop a sort of herd immunity, okay. So Britain, or BBC, to be honest, which is the British Broadcasting Corporation, which is the flagship news agency of the British government, should look at their own country first before criticizing India, okay. So, and BBC has this lifelong bias towards India. And I also remember a sort of a cartoon that they had published. I think it was New York Times, but most of the Western media, they portray India as just a very filthy place, and that's just not how it is. Okay, if you go to many neighborhoods in New York, just go to Bronx. Okay, there's a neighborhood in New York called Bronx, and go there and see how people live over there. Okay, I can guarantee you, almost all the people in the city, in the major cities in India, like Pune, Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, live a much better life than what people do in the Bronx. Okay, so uh, I really wanted to get this out there, because the bias that I see in the Western media towards India is just astonishing. Okay, they always just want to portray the negative side of India. They never want to portray the positives of what India is doing and how India is progressing. And to be honest, these are the people who looted India, right? India was the largest economy in the world, one of the largest economies in the world, along with China, until 1900s. And these people literally took everything from India, and now they want to just keep India to its place. They don't want India to grow. And to be honest, Britain and BBC should look at their own country first. People are dying like anything in Britain. Britain has some of the largest death rates in Europe, and to be honest, over the entire world. So, you know, there is a saying in my local language, which is Marathi, where you should look at your own house first before throwing stones at others. So it's just something like people in glass houses should not throw stones at others. So something like that. So I'm really, I really feel very disappointed when I see news articles like these, which portray India in a very bad light, and they just don't want India to grow. So the article that I was talking about just a while back, it was in the New York Times, and when India started its nuclear program, they had an article where all the developed countries, so-called developed countries, were sitting in a room, and India was portrayed as a sort of poor man who is knocking on the door, wanting to get inside, just to join the club of the nuclear countries. Okay, so that was really a very big thing that took the world by storm at that point, and I'm happy that at least people from India retaliated, and they said that this is just not how things are going to go going forward. So right now, America is asking India for hydroxychloroquine, shipments. Okay, Brazil is asking India. Many countries are getting the help from India. Do you know where do most of the drugs, like most of the medicines in the world, come from? Okay, medicines need something called the API. Okay, so that's like the part that is required to manufacture the medicine. 90% of the medicines in the world come from India and China. Okay, these are the only two countries that manufacture these medicines, and that is the reason why so many countries were begging to India, literally begging to India and threatening. Okay, threatening to India to release those shipments of medicines so that they can treat their people. So this is the condition of these countries, and to be honest, the State Broadcasting Corporation of Britain, there's nothing to there's nothing great about Britain anymore, so I'll just call it Britain. And so there's nothing great about Britain anymore, so that's the State Broadcasting Corporation of Britain should really look at their country first before throwing stones at others. So uh, just wanted to get my opinion on this, and please like and comment if you like the video, and subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more videos like these. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.